out of a batch of 100 chicks, 8 will develop disease. And out of those 8, 5 will die and 3 will survive. So when they develop disease and die, it will be without human intervention. And those that survive will be without human intervention. So what happens is there are 100 chicks in every batch. And out of those 100, 8 will develop disease. And out of those 8, 5 will die and 3 will survive. So what the farmers do is when the chicks come and they're like a day old, they give each one of them antibiotics, or they put antibiotics into the feed. That way they can prevent them from catching disease in the first place. So the whole batch will be protected. But what's going on is out of the batch of 100 chicks, 8 will develop disease, and 5 will die, 3 will survive. So basically, we have like 82 chicks that were not going to catch disease anyway. So this way, when they put antibiotics into the feed or they inject them with antibiotics, is a day old. Is to prevent from getting disease. But what they do in the third world country, they don't give them antibiotics, like mostly in the third world. They give them antibiotics too, but most of the times they don't. So when they don't give them antibiotics in the third world, they do something called separation. The word is quarantine. So they quarantine any chick that has a disease from the healthy ones. And then when they are quarantined, those that are quarantined, some will just die and some will be healthy again. And then they're put back to the healthy batch. Okay, so without antibiotic. But what they do here in the United States, they give them antibiotics. And you will notice that all the chicks, they're different age groups of the chicken. So at every stage, they kind of give antibiotic, but sometimes they skip until they're adults. When they're almost adults, when they're adults, they give them antibiotics again to prevent them from getting disease. But the myth is most of them actually won't get disease anyway. So that's why when you eat the chicken, sometimes when you go to buy chicken, you taste a little bit of antibiotic in the meat. Okay? This is what I did. I bought this chicken. This was half a piece. This was a half chicken. And I didn't eat all of it because I could taste some of that antibiotic. When you go to buy from a restaurant, some restaurants, you can taste the antibiotic in some of the chicken. I bought this from the restaurant across the street. This restaurant is the one that has this chicken. And sometimes you can see it in some supermarkets as well. Like in the deli section, you buy a chicken, you can taste the antibiotic that can be faint or it can be pronounceable. That's why that's what's happening when you taste this antibiotic. This was a half a chicken, but I have left some chicken in there that I didn't touch, that I couldn't eat because there was a little bit of that taste of antibiotic. And this is bone. This is bone right here. So the only way I can eat chicken without tasting this antibiotic is if I go to a place where it says organic. Okay, but there's a lot of uh, there's a lot of places where you can just buy organic. You can just buy them organic. So what happens is when they put the antibiotic is supposed to be washed out of the body of the chicken within 3 months, but they no, within 6 months the antibiotic gets washed out of the system, but they get them out for slaughter. They kill them and sell them way before the antibiotic gets out of the system. That's why when you buy this chicken, you can taste the antibiotic when you buy in some restaurants, not every restaurant. This restaurant that I went to had this, and there's another deli place I went to, I could taste the antibiotic. So if I want to not stop it, I have to go to the organic place. So that's for you to, you will notice when you if in the that's what happens in the Americas. Some of the chicken is like this. That's why some of the chicken is like this. But some people don't even notice it. And some people don't care. But those that care will go to the organic route.